Have you came across an experience which rational logic cannot explain? Welcome you to PallabTalks. Now in this video I shall discuss with you my first paranormal experience or paranormal experience. Sorry for the mispronunciation. Now this event happened in the year 2007. I was around 18 years old. I was just about to give my class 12 exam, and this event happened in a small town of Odisha where my dad used to work. Now I will narrate the story phrase by phrase or piece by piece. Okay. Now this is an actual event. It is not that I am just making up stories. Now the context was such that the year was 2007, month was February. I don't remember the exact date because it has been around 19 years old event actually. Now the situation what has happened was that during that time in the year 2006, my dad bought one second-hand Passion Pro, Hero Honda Passion Pro. During that time, that Passion Pro bike was newly launched. So dad bought that bike second-hand because he wanted to give that bike to one of our relative. So he has bought that bike. Now, as a young rider, during that time I learned to ride scooter. My dad's old scooter, that was Bajaj Classic SL. I learned that how to ride in the year 2002 when I was in class 8. So when I was in class 11, 12, so I knew how to ride bike. I knew how to ride scooter. So I had quite a bit of experience, which was illegal during that time. Which was illegal now also, but during that time no one was taking care about it. Now, when I got a bike, my dad bought his bike. My dad bought that bike, and everyone used to ride that one. And I had a very much curiosity because working logic or the riding pattern of bike is quite different from scooter. During that time, we had a manual scooter, so you have to change the gears in the left hand side. In the left hand side only you will have the clutch, and those who have lived in that time era, so they knew about it. The old Bajaj Classic SL or LML Vespa, so all those scooters, they had the same mechanism. Now this era is just before the automatic scooters. Okay, that's why automatic scooters become so much famous, because it did not have that manual transmission. Now coming back to the story, so that Passion Pro bike was a red color. So what I used to do when just after waking up, the adrenaline rush which I used to have, so I would take that key and I will go for a ride if the weather is okay. Because the place where we used to live, that's a very small town, and during that time population was quite less. Now also it is less, but during that time the population was very less. Now what has happened, if you just go outside of the town hardly 1 kilometer, the population drops drastically. You will see hardly any shops. Forget shops, you will see hardly any tea stall. Okay, you will travel kilometers, but you will not see any human civilization. Okay, now that was in the month of, as I said, that was in the month of February. So I told my mom, Mom, I am taking the bike and I am going to have a small ride. Mom said okay, because that was my everyday pattern. I would wake up, then I will brush, then I will have a ride. Now my choice to have a ride, or my will to have a ride, that was only because to practice. I used to practice a lot how to ride, what maneuver to take. I was a slow driver. Now till now also I don't speed up much, but during the time my maximum speed was hardly 45-50 at max, not more than that, because I wanted to enjoy the views, the jungle views, roads, okay, grass, all those stuff. Now one fine day I told to my mom that, see mom, I am going to take a ride. She said okay. Then I took that bike and started to ride. Now the place or the direction that I took, okay, I will tell you that place. That name of the place is Belpahad. Now Belpahad is located in the western edge of Odisha. If you find in the map, there is a place called Jharsuguda, that is the district capital, From there, around 26 kilometers away, you will find Belpad. Now Belpad is a small town, and it is famous because of Tata Refractories Limited. Now that name has changed. Now it is called Tata Kurosaki Limited, I guess. Now we used to live in quarters. So outside quarter, there is a small government township. Government town means there are normal houses, but we used to live in the township. It was a planned. Okay. Now when I started to ride a bike, I immediately crossed that locality. Then I started going towards Belpad station. Then I crossed that Belpad station. After a few kilometers, there is a small river. Okay. So there might be a knee deep water. So you can see the river bed, the stones, the normal hilly rivers where water is less, and you can hear the sound of water that is getting passed through the stones. So I stopped on that small bridge. That was not a long bridge, hardly 30 to 50 feet long bridge. So that place was completely silent. It was you will not see any people over here. Now during that road, during the time when I was riding the bike, just before the bridge, I just saw only one man who was walking in the same direction of which I was riding the bike. Now what happened exactly is that I thought that from that bridge I will not go beyond. I will stay there for a few minutes, enjoy the air, take cool fresh air, and return back. So, and during that time of riding, I hardly saw any bike, or I hardly saw any car. It was none. Okay. During the return time, I saw only one bike, but I will come to that part later. Then suddenly I thought, okay, I have reached to the point of the bridge. Now let's cross the bridge. So I started the bike, and during that time there was no self start. So you have to kick and start the bike. So I started the bike, then I started to go. Now hardly I have traveled for 1 or 2 minutes. Now all these things are happening. This is in the morning. So I reached there, that spot, around 7 a.m. Okay. So it took around half an hour to reach to that spot from my home. So I reached to that spot, I mean the bridge. I started to ride again. Just after 1 or 2 minutes of ride, I felt something is wrong in that specific place. Now I was completely unaware of that place. That was the first time I went to that place. Okay. I felt that something is wrong. Something is following me. Something. I don't know what it is. Okay. Then after a few minutes more, my bike speed was hardly 30 to 40 kilometers per hour, not more than that. So after a few minutes again, I felt someone is sitting behind my bike. Okay. It was heavy, and suddenly I got a weight behind my bike, and someone has kept hand on my shoulder. Okay. It was a quite strange experience. At the first assault, I thought that no, it is my mind playing, because I have started just after my sleep. Okay. I rode few more meters. Then I could realize that no, this is real. Someone is behind my bike, and someone is in the pillion seat. Okay. I checked the rear view mirrors. It was completely transparent. No one. There was no one sitting behind my bike. I stopped there. When I stopped there, I could feel someone has kept their two hands on my shoulders, as if someone has sat behind my bike. Then I realized something has gone wrong. Something has seriously has gone wrong. I took a 180-degree turn. Then I gradually started to increase my speed. I was increasing my speed. The same time, the weight of the so-called pillion rider, its weight got also increased gradually. Okay. Somehow I managed to cross the speed of around 50 kilometers per hour. Now that was the highest speed of my bike during that time. I came to the bridge again. I crossed the bridge. Suddenly that feeling that someone was sitting behind my soldier, that was gradually going down, and at one event it suddenly vanished, completely vanished. Then I just increased my speed around 75. Okay, I just ran away. I saw that old man crossing me again. After few kilometers, I saw one bike. Okay, crossed. Within minutes, I crossed Belpar station. I went to back my room. I mean, to the place where my mom and dad used to stay. I parked the bike, took shower, and went to school. Now, the very next day, my neighbor, they my neighbor, they had two sons. One, the younger son, he was reading with me, and he has a one elder brother, 2 years senior to us. He said that there is a place where that place is located, and so the exact place, and there was a dead body hanging in a tree. Somehow he managed to escape that place. Then I could correlate that what has went just after that day. Now after that day, means after 3 days of that event, I saw in a local Odia newspaper that image of that dead body hanging from the tree. Okay, one man that is in his early 45, I mean early 40s, quite heavy. The exact feel which you will have if someone of 45 kilo, sorry, not 45, as his age is 45, and weight would be around 65, 70, or maybe more. So you will feel the exact same feeling if someone will sit behind you. Then when I asked to those people who went there, they said that there is a graveyard, and there are some abnormal events that happened during that time period. So we were strictly advised not to go to that place, and it was really scary, because how many abnormal or paranormal activities I have heard in my life. That was the first that I experienced it, and all other events which I have heard, those are in the night, a dark room, a dark jungle. But in this case, proper sunlight, cool air, birds are flying around. You will not, there would be no possibility that there can be an paranormal activity in the broad daylight. But that has happened with me, and that place is still haunted. Means very few people go there. Now I don't know what is actual status, but during that time it was an absolute shocker. Similarly, I have around two other events, not two, more than two, couple of paranormal experiences which I have. I will share with you guys, and please let me know in my comment section below. What do you feel about my experience, and what you would have done if you were in my place? So till then, goodbye. Thank you.